I believe I do a very good job at structuring the world. Apparently, you can become an avatar and master all four elements, and then everything becomes way, way more obvious. You get to decode people's personalities, and you get to decode where are we now as humanity. When people recognize capitalism, not only it's a temporary, around 32 years, part of humanity stepping forward, but it's going to be replaced by something else, right? Isn't that exciting? It is getting replaced, but we still haven't named it yet. So just as my little bit of homework, let me name the generations. Again, I did very good job so far. This should be a piece of cake. Just quickly looking at alternatives. Wow, post 9/11. Anyways, let me explain why boomers rule the world first, and what inspired this video. It's overpopulation, the end. We haven't had to deal with that many humans since a very long time. Alright? We were basically at 1 billion 200 years ago. Alright, so population exploded. Is that a good thing? It's a weird thing, and it's a very different kind of thing. Let me explain what's going on. I showed you guys the humanity's clock. You know why there was explosion of humans? This number right there. This number represents government. And government tries to ensure safety, and safety eventually devolves into people just kind of living their lives. Just kind of. It can turn into a disease. You know, overpopulation is a disease. Not trying to talk you down like an elite. That's the consequence. This is not normal. And it's going to normalize itself very quickly because all prices of everything except, you know, easily manufactured goods went up. Right? That's it. That's what you want to know. Housing crisis. No. No. There's just not enough houses to accommodate the insanity that just happened. And people didn't even care to build anything fast enough. So, you know, manufacture housing. That was a fucking problem. So, no, guys. And it's also not a sin to live in a boomer's basement. Because you want to defeat a boomer because they're the ones who overpopulated themselves. I mean, they're the dominant generation. Obviously, they're not responsible for, you know, being born. Someone else gave them birth. But it's the boomers who are the most. There's the most boomers out there. Alright, guys? So when you look at your parents, well, in my case, if your parents are around 50, 70 years old, right? Because boomers come from 1950s. They come from this, like, slide uphill. Alright? So yeah, they're technically even, like, 75 years old, if we're being honest. So they're already retiring, basically, or taking over U.S. as a and their presidential status, right? Just like, give it to me, said Trump, and we said, okay, boomer. As funny as it is, not very funny, actually. And, well, we all know the statistics, hopefully, that only boomers can afford housing nowadays, because they already own it. Alright? And they are enjoying the struggle of everyone else, including other boomers, of course. The weird thing is going to happen when they're going to start dying soon, so that's interesting. Yeah, keep that in mind, guys. Position yourself carefully and you will be able to collect their fortunes, maybe. I don't know. They will be dying soon. It means something to someone. So my mom is not exactly a boomer. My mom's mom was surely a boomer. And again, boomers have a lot of sisters and brothers. That's how you judge. Alright? That's kind of the requirement, basically. They have to be born in a large family. If you have a lot of relatives, old relatives, you know what you're dealing with. I don't have it. Not anymore. They kind of died out. All grandmas and grandpas, they're gone now. Even my mom's brother, but my mom's brother decided to be like a speedrunner and tie a rope over his neck. That sucks. But he sucked, so it makes sense. Alright, he was alcoholic. What can you say? Every generation has some kind of generational struggle, perhaps. We'll uncover some additional information. But we need better names. Millennial sounds good, because we used it a lot, but all of a sudden we just kind of gave up and just gave X and Z and Y and goodbye. A silent generation sounds like trash. It's gotta get fixed, man. And since I know humanity's clock, I can basically unravel the most important aspect. First of all, even talking about baby boomers, they didn't boom anything. They didn't create babies. They might have maintained a little bit of that, but they didn't. Obviously, we have to check when the 2.1 fertility rate gets, becomes smaller, because that's the requirement to make more humans. See? Boomer era ends. Alright. And the rest kind of follows. Boomer era ends at 1972. We have to know where it starts. So, they can only be 55 years old. Pretty much, right? Around. So yeah, I'm saying baby boomer, it doesn't even make sense, because they haven't made babies. They already dipped below fertility. They couldn't keep up with their parents' explosive family building thing. And again, since something goddamn cracked, but it's the era of government where people feel safe, and they feel exponentially more safe when there's no wars. Right now, we're in a kind of a civil war because there's just too many of us. We're all fighting each other. And if you didn't notice that, well, you haven't fucking posted anything. You're an anonymous piece of shit, you know? You didn't put skin in the game, as Mark Passio says, and you just don't know that it's war. That everyone hates each other. Alright? Ah, yes, the fertility goes back all the way. Because we always made more humans. That fucking sucks. What do you mean flat? 6 is pretty insane. See, fertility can go down, but the births can still increase. And, fucking hell, man. Maybe we're just wrong. Maybe baby boomers are actually younger than we thought. Fucking hell, man. I don't get it anymore. Then this generation made for another generation that pumped out babies. But it's this one that, matters the most. So, okay. But again, it's the most confusing thing is like, well, it's the children that were boomed near historical peak. So we reach a peak. Well, baby boomers are born and they boom even more babies. Look at that. Shit. So what is this generation that baby boomers created? Millennials, we are the fighting. Whoa, whoa, modern peak. It's still going on. What, early decline, bro. Does that look like a fucking decline? What the fuck is going on, man? Shit, this is weird, man. Because yes, 2.1 is still a lot. It doesn't replace humans anymore. What is the point, right? My head will explode from this. Because there's too many humans, and the baby boomer generation fucking did nothing. Barely fucking nothing. They actually stopped producing babies. Things were shutting down. So like, guys, we have no idea what's going on. The names don't reflect anything at all, to be honest. Because we also need to know the generational numbers, and these are the ones basically. And you add them together. We also need to determine what the generation encompass. How many years is a generation? And the funny thing is, it's not optimized to be equal intervals, which is the worst thing you can possibly do when it comes to logical deduction, right? I think by watching this video, I will be able to determine or be given the information. What interval do we use? I think I would use 16-year interval. So basically half of an ism. Because ism already exists, I don't need it to be generation, but 16-year interval, like, what does that mean, right? Well, it's still pretty good. It means that this generation created this generation. So it kind of leaps like that. Because this generation becomes like 32-year-old and starts creating this generation when they leap. Again, it's super complicated to me. So I don't even understand how you would understand it. But you should be able to, because it's like former knowledge. You're born here, you travel 32 years, and then you plant new babies that become this generation. You plant all over this segment of 16 years. And these people just around the age when they're making babies. Something like that. Alright? And technically, women decide, not men. Men can be varied ages, doesn't matter. Women decide. Well, women actually are just more stable factor when it comes to setting up generations. Because, the eggs are drying at some point. But yeah, the fundamental starting point when it comes to rewiring your brain from all the sludge that we consuming, this is the real inflation. That's the only inflation, almost. Generating by government keeping us safe, but we do have to hop around to make sure to avoid corrupted governments, corrupted neighborhoods, lack of culture and opportunities. We have to jump around if possible. And that makes even more problems. Yeah. When India makes a lot of people and sends them to Europe. Oh, that's tough. Wow, rage bait. Elon Musk is Gen X. Totally.
Why does it feel like the generations are at war? It wasn't always.
Overpopulation explains
It's like
everything.
this. Sure, back have 7 distinct generations, each thinking they're doing things right.
So again, I'm locking in at 60 per generation. Every 16 years, a new generation is born. For me personally, and we're gonna name them properly.
But
Technically, this is the first domination episode where, in real time, I have to come up with something. Not just improvise, but I have to build in real time.
1901.
We uncovered that centralism is a thing. Right before baby boomers showed up, we had silent war generation that were dealing with centralism. And again, world wars, both world wars, they had to deal with. I guess it's a type of government that wants to centralize things and sometimes does it by force. I've seen graphic of Germany taking over basically entire Europe for a split second until, it collapsed and the Soviet Union collapsed. This was a deep version of communism. Soviet Union collapse was a collapse of smaller communism, of just like, let's just conquer these nations because they're small. No one's protecting them. We gonna protect them. Anyways, yeah, Soviet Union was a corporate already era. This is why a lot of people in Eastern Europe say, well, under Soviet it was better. Because it was corporate. Because we were kind of connected still to some intricate economy where things felt cheaper there. We should call it Hitler generation.
They returned politics. It's believed there are. Ask them to tell you.
What do you... There's 100,000 alive. You think that matters anymore?
So if you're lucky enough to...
If you're lucky enough, tell them about Fortnite.
Ask them to tell you a crazy 1945. The silent generation.
So we have to actually map it ourselves of what the intervals are. This one is 17 years. That's crazy. 26.
Set upon, and a strong sense of collectivism was encouraged, and they're keeping their head.
It does align with this. Keep silent. Respect the government. Something we'll have to start doing again, by the way. With all the internet bans and surveillance basically establishing itself. I'll have to respect government and stay silent again. But when people stay silent, the smart people speak, It's kind of cool.
Good.
Coming soon, guys. Coming soon across the world. Governism of some kind.
That kind of low 1946 to...
Baby boomers. The new frontier of corporatism, baby. Boomer. Okay, boomer. You had 18. I think that they're gonna stick with 18 at this point. Right?
In Americans alone, making them the largest generation.
But not for long. Ha ha ha.
And they grew up in a world that saw the era when nuclear annihilation.
This was the era of gaslighting mixed with lies, creating the most unheard of deceptions of all time. Alright, that's how we'll remember it, guys.
And was the clearest and most present missile crisis.
I can buy anything. Let me buy big, big boom. Big boom right now. Yes, I have big boom. I can make city destroy. Yep. Boom. It's not true. Very likely it's not true. There's no evidence for it. As there's no evidence for, like, a lot of things the government is doing nowadays.
This brought the world to the...
Including the fact that we don't know what we're buying into. We elect a person first, and then we see their deeds afterwards, which is a fuck you to the face, usually. 180. Backstab. 180 and backstab, no-scope backstab, guys. Kick in the face, backstab, 180 degrees. Government sucks every single time it gets elected. Before election, it's very interesting to look at them, but after election, it's a disappointment. So everything is lies. There's no reason to believe this, but it's a profound idea that scared many people. Why would you believe in something that's not happening? I don't know. Well, I know plenty of evidence. I've seen so many nuclear weapons being detonated. Yeah. See how easy it is to create a boogeyman nowadays? Fuck yeah.
Brink.
Space race. Let's race to the moon. Again. Someone has to go to the moon. Come on. Come on, guys. Let's go to the moon. We're almost there. We're technologically more advanced. We could go to the moon now. No? Okay. Bye. The generation of lies. Alright? Baby boomers entered their reign of terror upon the earth by landing on the moon, allegedly. Alright? I don't want to get sued, so it's allegedly. Do you think boomers or boomer parents were able to do this? No, they were just like shitting out babies, and they wanted to look like superheroes to their babies. Simple as that.
It's Clint.
And now, after the corporatism is closing down, we're like, well, we never were able to create rockets that go to the moon, actually, so we were only siphoning money. You know, the whole story is shutting down in such a brutal fashion. Just you wait how it's going to shift towards the very, very end when they just have to shut it down. They have to admit that they were fucking lying, basically. Like about a lot of things. They will just have to let go of that shit because we move past that. At some point, honesty matters more. Honesty, transparency, the reasons why governments even meant to exist in the first place. At least Trump is very transparent, alright? And I hate trans people. I hate them.
Clinton, Bush for leaning
I'm a transphobic,
conservative,
absolutely.
and their
But that makes me transparent! No!
their influence waning, with the boomers casting
No signs? They're still not getting older, these bastards. By the time boomers actually get shut down, we might actually start getting the truth out as well, right? The truther generation. Because boomers, they want to act like giants, but like they cannot do it any longer, by the way, any longer. With AI coming into place, every new generation picks up their tools, basically, right? They're born and they're just grabbing everything that's around them. If you feed them AI, they're gonna just become super intelligent robots. Super intelligent robot generation of humans. Yep. No, this is probably just a smartphone generation, but I'm trying to scare you or something.
Generation X, 1965.
This is when we gave up on generations. 15 years for a generation. You guys are idiots.
To 19 or generation.
Never mind. I mean, it's the closest we gotten to 16. Anyways, right? Why would I be mad at 15? That's crazy. Except Silent Generation is silently very close to 16 as well.
And many of the most significant wars.
In fact, everyone would beg me to make this 15, not 16. But I beg to differ because I love force. Alright? I will force it upon you, you bastards. You think 16 is not forced? You think 15 is a nice round number? Get out of here. The door is that way. Alright? 16 is divisible. It's way more valuable than your stupid 15. 15 ugly, okay? 15 went to work and never came back. 15 drank milk and drowned in it. Alright? When the dad found out, he just went for more milk and drowned in that milk too. Stupid 15. 15 is the brain rot needed to create a Gen 1 letter. Gen 1 letter, guys. Generation of 1 letter. That's right. That's what you have to do. You have to adopt 15 in your life, and all of a sudden, boom, the entire system falls apart. Look at that. See what happens? Do you see what happens, guys? Never 15.
This and the beginning.
MTV was on the air, guys. Now we need it back on the air. So please subscribe and support all my activism. We're gonna bring this back to YouTube or something.
Of the Hills, 1981.
Alright, I'm barely millennial, dude. Barely. It looks like it's more like 16, guys. What the fuck? Look at that. It looks like they're including one additional year, which is fucking the best thing that could possibly happen, guys. Or it's like +1 to everything. I don't know, guys. Don't ask me anymore. It feels that way because it would start at 1980. It would have conjoined year. But a year that ended and the year that started. But it looks like they own these. Alright. Fuck me, man. We have perfection now. We are perfectionists, guys. We nailed it. We're the best humanity has ever been. Look at that. Who figured this out? Is that a mistake that went that took a life of its own?
To 1996. Early years.
Technology, guys!
Growing up in the era of Toys R Us, 11 Attack.
I love infographics. You should subscribe to this one as well. And they fucked it up anyways. Alright, these bastards. They just got lucky, man. So lucky. We know it's inclusive, so it's 14. Party. So they still rounded basically to like 30 years. Conjoined. It's trash.
If millennials a life.
And shortening generations while you're naming generations with one letter, like, no, make them longer so you can at least give them a proper name.
And
at the same time, there's like enormous amount of confusion then. Also, millennial doesn't even reach the millennium, by the way. But whatever. It's a minor thing that I will probably also miss.
Phones at a relatively young age.
Probably.
And those question that's just
should be closing down soon. Literally already 16 years for this generation. Close it! Close it before it's too late!
Started. World without the
Start Gen Robot!
Not just playing it, but creating it. More than half of American kids under 16 are members of Roblox.
They're members of Roblox! We have to defeat them! We must destroy Alpha!
How they start influencing
Roblox ugly must destroy! Look at that. You guys agree anyways. It's 16, alright? Just have a little bit of a trouble with it, because you like adding numbers together and getting a 0. And you also created... You crammed the generation somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 5. Look at that. That was between silent and boomer generation. That was the hidden generation. Look at that. Oh my god, exactly 16. The hidden generation. What have you done to them? Who are you guys? You monsters. I literally found your stupid hidden generation. You tried it. Nice try, bitch. And we're gonna extend the Gen Z and steal from Alpha because who's gonna stop me? Alright? We're stealing from fucking Roblox babies. Easy. Easy steal. And now, look at that. Beautiful. Can't be argued with. This is it. We just need some better names for Gen X than Gen Z, and we can move on with our lives. Roblox generation. We're gonna name them after games. We need this Minecraft generation. Ant Venom is millennial, though. Alright. Look at that. Am I okay calling something Minecraft generation? Less syllables. Very good. Minecraft gen. It's the most popular game. It's a revolution game. If we're saying Roblox, it's over, dudes. You got caught. lying. The first generational game has to be the generation, period. The first thing we bought generationally, it gotta be it. So where we at? We're at 3-3. Because I have to clock the year as well. It's here. And when alpha matures, they will shift capitalism into something else. Even if you don't get it still, I use it as reference right now. Clock of humanity, boys. Oh, you were hiding something before the boomers. Uh-huh. Look at that. And the greatest generation with silent generation. They were plotting something. They were trying to sneak in a generation in there. These bastards. You have to calculate. So it's 1996-ish. It's more like 1998, which is closer to millennium. No? No, it's 1996. I still didn't hit it. We could have hit it on purpose. The previous generation... Fuck, let's call it TV generation. I'm on the... TV generation. Before Minecraft, there was only television. No computers existed before Minecraft. Computers were dial-up computers. You have to dial to get a computer, to rent a computer. Literally. You go to places to pay and rent a computer, at least in my place. Because computers sucked. They couldn't run anything. You can see arcade generation, but no. That's too weak. Minecraft killed everything. You can see Tetris generation. That's still too weak, man. TV generation. Let's go. We generated TVs. Or Teletubby generation. We can call it Tubby generation. If we want to upgrade, we have to go from this point. So I'm probably not gonna bother too much. Fucking Creeper generation. Let's go. I do want to upgrade Minecraft. 2 syllables, bro. Minecraft is not 2 syllables somehow. It's very long. Creeper, though. Now we're talking. We are the creeper. We creeping, guys. It makes sense. It actually makes sense. A lot of sense is made right now. Very nice. Centralized technology television, which is also communism when I say centralized. Okay, that's good. Very good. Fucking black and white generation. Wow. Yin-yang generation. Noise generation. I don't know what you turn TV into, guys. Fucking box generation. To appeal to the overlords of Minecraft. We never played Minecraft off TV, but we played it with boxes. You can call your TV a box. We could call the screen generation. No, not that one. That one sounds fucking awesome. Screen generation, look at that. This is the moment the screens attacked. We were bombarded with screens. We had to have screen in my room. There has to be screen. I want it. How many channels does your screen have? Let me show you. Right, imagine, like, come up to a screen generation guy and just, like, show how many channels you have on your screens. Fucking look at this channel. Look at that channel. Look at what this channel is uploading. If you don't subscribe to me, you will not be able to flex, though, because they were going to be asking, did you subscribe to Gurnext? You bastard. You don't even have the most important channel on your screen. But we solved it. These are solved. Let's go. we cooked. All right. Gen Z and Gen Alpha will get kicked in the balls real hard when they mature. They're idiots right now. All right, so I solved my generation. That's easy. Easy peasy, boys. Mine and just like slightly above mine, which is kind of parental level generation. We have the boomers, though. The housing crisis generation. I would call them the crisis generation, though. Crisis. But it's more like the war. No? We don't talk about it. Post-war? I wonder who the gonna be boomer friends, though. Alright, let me ask AI about stuff. Alright, you have a task to help me build generations. Starting from 2012, every 16 years is given to a generation. Meaning millennials start after Gen and do the period. I need these segments and I need corresponding events or inventions. Just a couple words. Fill up their segments with those words. I'll do the rest myself. Don't mix it up. 16-year periods. Don't need to add those ugly one-letter Gen XC names. Alright. Gimme, baby. You can do it. Aha. I got caught. Look at that. Okay. Oh, we're going all the way back. We don't need that many generations. We just need like 8 is enough. Everyone will be happy. We done cooked, so to speak. Shut the fuck about AI. AI is next generation. It's still AI does not exist right now. I'm not talking to AI. It's gonna be born soon, though. I can see it. In the future, there's gonna be some more AI stuff. Oh, shut the fuck up, man. Stop manifesting. Stupid wars. Clickbait. Alright, Alpha generation. The Gen Z. The Minecraft the creeper generation, guys. We creeping on that internet. Let's go. That's right. I could just call it phone generation. It's easy. Phone. Phone me daddy, as they say, right? Give me a phone. No. Nuh-uh. Stand in line. Get the latest. Oh, I changed my mind. Right in the end of the line. Oh, I changed my mind. I'm not buying your iPhone, actually. I just wanted to wait and look for a hot woman buying iPhones. It has nothing to do with you. Phone generation guy. TV saturation, look at that. So that's the Minecraft. Look at that. TVs gained color. Beautiful. Television adoption. No, it's just black and white. Don't worry about it. Your screen sucks, boomer. Oh, okay. You had TVs. Okay, boomer. No, you didn't. Nuclear. Nuclear generation, like, that sounds fucking awesome. I kind of need that, actually. But it says in the name, it's boom. Boom! Just drop the baby, boomer generation, okay? Just drop the baby. Drop the baby with the bathwater. Get rid of that shit. No need. Boomer generation marks were started booming stuff. But here comes the hidden generation. Drum rolls, please. World War II. Let's go. Shit. I think hidden is a good name for this. I think hidden. We're gonna just absolutely. Yeah, computing was hidden. Look at that. Great Depression. To be hidden is to be depressed. To be isolated. You know what? I'm liking the name already. I got you. You know, I discovered the hidden generation. Look at that. They're hiding something. World War II. Oh, man. Interesting. Does make me feel like I could be shifting this, which is scary. So I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to live under capitalism. It's too much. Too much, bro. Stop. I'm dying from this shit. Silent? Well, they had radio. Automobiles. Mobiles. Auto generation. Just sounds funny, though. Because this is where the cars actually started mattering, so it's a big deal. Not here. Here. When AI said spread, but who's gonna serve it? You put a spread on a toast, who's gonna serve the toast? Alright, it serves next generation. So I'm thinking, man, the wheel generation. Tired generation. Look at that. That sounds pretty good, actually. Let's go. Enough of this hidden shit. It's tired generation. Because cars and wars and depression. Yeah. Wooga. Big boy energy. Look at that. Fucking tired. It's time to dump a bunch of babies. I'm tired of this shit. And the boomers showed up. Let's go. Sleepy Joe generation. Let's go. We got him. That's how you know, man. That's how you know you hit the jackpot. Yes, Sleepy Joe comes from this generation, right? Like, tell me. 1942. Look at that. Look at that. Do I not hit bullseye when I aim? You know? Fuck yeah, dude. Enjoy your ice cream. I'm telling you guys. He's not even a boomer. He's a tired generation. Look at that I discovered. Okay, Sleepy Joe, you can go back to sleep. We're gonna deal with those boomers now. Don't worry. Anyone who calls you boomer, they do not understand. They don't get it. Alright, baby. I think this is fucking solid now. 4 more to go. Look at that. Isn't that exciting? Can't we make history happen in one YouTube video? Nazi Germany will rise again. Okay, I have... Nope. Who said PewDiePie made bad jokes? This is the best joke. No, I hate Germany to some extent. It's a very interesting place nowadays. Full of drama. Fascinating stuff. I want to make a joke about their language because it's very English-like language. So they speak Latin English. There's got to be like a fun way to say it. Anyways, the greatest generation of all time. The generation that started it all, you know? The talks about generations. I might actually keep it, but it depends on what they were doing, you know? What were you doing again? Ooh, early aviation. Look at that telephone. All right. We live in apartments that they built. That's their achievement. Like, electricity's everything. I would call them utility generation. All right. The thing that gives life to everything where we live right now. The plumbing generation. Look at that. But electric sounds pretty good. Electric generation. That sounds cool. What are you guys doing with the mass production? Alright, let me zoom in into these like. Alright, give me more information about these generations. We have nothing interesting about them so far. Besides clickbait. Imagine being Twitter generation, bro. The biggest insult. Just for existing, bro.
Every generation has said about every other generation that came after them since the Industrial Revolution.
Uh-oh. No one can stop yapping about it. It's just a random video, by the way.
You could
I know, the AI generation, how to call it. The Google Glass generation.
friction back.
How about we call them TikTok generation? We would have to call this YouTube generation, though, but the doom scrolling is so much more powerful. We had screens, we had phones, we named it after a game, might as well name it after a social media revolution, basically, or oversimplification. Fucking clock generation. I mean, what is TikTok? How do we rename it just ever so slightly? To not just sell the generation to the TikTok. The scroll generation. How about that? Elder Scrolls generation. Look at that. We're gonna get 6th game and it's gonna be the best generation ever. Skyrim generation. Fuck yeah. It's a scroll generation now. Not gonna stop me. You know what? I feel satisfied now. We can settle this. We're almost there, guys. Oh boy. We have the silent generation and electric generation, apparently. Mass newspapers. Dunder Mifflin generation. Propaganda generation, let's go. Mass production, mass crisis generation. How can you be silent when radio is introduced? Automobile is introduced. You don't have to be silent. How about loud what is roaring? I mean, definitely very silent, isn't it? I would imagine cars were also very loud. Again, silent because of conformity, but fuck your ass. Loud generation. Black and white radio, newspaper, something like that, guys. The black generation will not confuse anyone for anything. So radio makes a big appearance, I would say. Radio can nicely sit on top of a silent person, I would say. Fucking rad generation. Rad. Okay. Electric, questionable a little bit. Modern generation. It does feel like radio generation because that's what Fallout was based on, right? Radio is everything. You're holding a fucking radio device on your wrist and listening to radio music from the very, very past. Radio past. Radio is completely locked in, guys. Well, that's important. Light switch is actually pretty good, though. Alright, let's go. Light switch generation. And that settles, alright? Everything is fixed now. Now we can watch someone else's video and laugh at them, how pathetic they are. Living in the past. In the past generations. Might as well live in the Mr. Beast generation. Nothing changed, guys. We will not get the jobs.
Be celebrating your
You'll literally be lost, man. The lost generation. Perfect. We don't need that one.
birthday in front. Nobody can.
I think he is lying. I mean, we went through World War One and Great Depression just a little bit later generation. No,
Blame them for calling themselves. They
I want the funny
were
bits
still
now.
able to reach with.
Yeah, so let's talk about World War One as if it fucking passed. it passed. It's over, man. World War One is over. Now it's greatest generation. What are you talking about, dude? Are you okay? I've never seen a non-factual American video. That's like, that guy's probably dead by now. That makes no sense. What is going on, guys? You're not doing your job. I thought being non-factual in America is like a death sentence.
Of the world,
Or whatever.
all the great
World War One sentence. That's right.
experienced throughout
Wait,
their
what?
time. Now, after World War I, the entire world was thrown into something
When was the World War One, dude?
called the
When
Great
was it?
Depression. And
When was the World War One,
if you
dude?
think what the
Are you, damn. It's funny because it's bullshit, right? We can't even watch the video. Haha. So funny. Yay. Anyone else want to talk about generations? Mr. Beats. Oh, wow. It's that guy, of course. How would I not know? It's Mr. Beats.
2 generations
Is that Mr. Beat? I would totally do that thing with him, you know?
here. I was
I don't like people who wear glasses.
born in 2004, so you're probably...
That's not a funny video, though. What are you talking about? You're just talking to
I'd
people.
like to think I know.
That's evil. Talk to me, please. People don't even give a fuck. What are you talking about?
that one.
I can remove these, but be careful with those. They're important references to the way the world actually worked. I can turn these into like the year the generation started. So now we define a generation starts since 1900s. Alright? The other one is lost generation. Oops. Didn't fit in my pockets, didn't bring it home. It's lost. If someone picks it up, why? How would you know? How would you know which generation that was? Bro, literally a light switch generation be like, well, we invented World War One. All you did was just spawn Albert Einstein. Relatively speaking, if we're talking about relativity, you guys are trash. What did you invent? World War 0.5? Get out of here. So no, you're not gonna dredge Lost Generation into existence. Alright? Forget about it.
I was born able to tell Gen Z that making fun of us for skinny jeans doesn't do anything.
Skinny jeans sucked. This whole time.
Psychologically affect most of us.
Yes, I will be able to affect most of you creepers. I know your biggest secret. You go boom. Well, never mind. All of us suffer. All of us thinkers suffer greatly. And this does not, like, establish a personality, just establish just a general vibe of what we have at that time.
The Botox.
What is it? You combine the creeper on the phone and you get scrolling? Because you have to combine 2 generations. You combine screen and creeper and you get phone. Of course. You combine boomer and screen and you get creeper. That makes sense. Tired boomer is screen. Look at that. Look at that, guys. That's why it works. You turn light switch and turn on radio, and you're tired because you're not sleeping for a very long time anymore. You're like night owling around. You don't know when the sun sets because it's still pretty bright in your home. Look at that. Look at that, guys. You combine radio and tired, and it's a boomer. A tired radio. You know how boomers talk. Let's find an angry boomer instead.
Is taking this country over.
I mean, it's just that guy at that point. It's just that guy.
Pick up prescription.
Right, I need your name.
Harold.
Last name.
What's with the f***ing 3rd degree?
Okay, it's going to be $35 after your insurance.
That's with my insurance?
Yep, that's with your insurance.
Tired
That's too
radio,
much.
bro.
I usually only pay $35.
It is $35.
Don't you get f***ing cute with me. How long is this gonna take?
I just gotta go and grab it.
Well, hurry up, because MASH is on. What are your thoughts on the Vietnam War? My blood pressure was 150 over 102 this morning.
Right. Here you go, sir.
This isn't mine.
I assure you it is.
My name is not naproxen.
That's the medicine.
All right. You've had a shit attitude this entire time. I hope you get fired. God bless.
Picking up.
Oh, boy. So we combine phone and scrolling and we activate AI generation. Obviously. It's a self-scrolling phone. Also known as a generated generation. That's right. Alright, guys. Whatever this is that you have dredged for yourselves, have a nice day. This looks like trash. Alright, keep calling Gen Z, Gen Y, Gen B, Gen C, Gen J. Just use the entire alphabet, use the entire fucking Greek alphabet. Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, Gen Gamma, Gen Delta, Gen Epsilon, my favorite one. Gen Zeta, Eta, Theta, Gen Iota. You don't have a single Gen Iota in there. Gen Mu. That's a really good one. Gen Sigma. That's what I want to be one day when I grow up. Gen P, G, and C. Okay. Upsilon. Oh my god, that's a good one. That's like the last one. So if we just keep having generations like that, I'll be completely fine. And I will not laugh at any one of you guys for not being creative. Alright, let me take my screenshot and go on. I dominated. Alright? That's it. No one would say okay creeper. No one would be okay with the way the creeper being in their room. It's like, okay, go away, creeper. Rather, that would see, even like the instincts would change. We don't want creeper in our room, actually. Stupid creepers with their video games, with their video games and porn addictions. Stupid creepers. We're gonna make fun of creepers one day. You're gonna make fun of me one day. Or will I ever get old? Is the real question. Age is just a number. And my number does not go up. Nobody subscribes to my channel. See you guys next time.